How to Get Whatever You Want, inspired by Jim Rohn. Every man and woman carries within themselves a burning desire, a vision of what life could be. Some dream of wealth, others of health, some of relationships filled with love and meaning, and others of creating work that leaves an impact long after they are gone. The good news is that whatever it is you want, whether small or grand, material or spiritual, you can have it. Not because life hands out gifts at random, but because life responds to clear goals, disciplined action, and the law of cause and effect. Jim Rohn, one of the greatest teachers of personal development, spent decades reminding people of this powerful truth. If you want something, and you are willing to pay the price, to adopt the right disciplines, and to grow into the kind of person who deserves it, you can get whatever you want. The question is not whether it is possible, but whether you will decide to make it possible for yourself. So how do you get whatever you want? The first step, Jim Rohn taught, is clarity. You must know exactly what it is you want. Most people live vague lives because they have vague desires. They say they want to be rich, but how much? They say they want to be healthy, but what kind of health? They say they want to be happy, but what does happiness look like for them? Until you take the time to define your goals in detail, you cannot expect life to hand them to you. Clarity is power. A mind that knows what it wants finds ways to get there, while a mind that is foggy drifts endlessly, swayed by every circumstance. Jim Rohn urged people to sit down with pen and paper and write their goals. Financial goals, career goals, relationship goals, health goals, spiritual goals. Put them in black and white. Make them specific, measurable, and exciting. Because the clearer the target, the easier it is to aim and hit. Once you know what you want, the second step is to believe that you can have it. This is not blind hope, but cultivated belief. Jim Rohn reminded us that belief comes from evidence, and evidence comes from exposure. If you want to believe you can build a business, study those who built businesses. If you want to believe you can be healthy, study those who transformed their health. If you want to believe you can become wealthy, listen to stories of people who started with nothing and built abundance. Surround yourself with success stories until belief is no longer optional but natural. Belief opens the door, doubt slams it shut. Without belief, you will never put forth the effort required because deep inside you will already have quit. But with belief, every action carries conviction, and conviction multiplies results. The third step in getting whatever you want is to understand the price and be willing to pay it. Life operates on the law of sowing and reaping. You cannot harvest without planting, and you cannot reap in one season what you never sowed in the previous one. Too many people want rewards without responsibility, riches without discipline, success without sacrifice. Jim Rohn would often say, "You can't get something for nothing." If you want financial independence, you must pay the price of discipline, learning, saving, investing, and resisting impulses. If you want health, you must pay the price of exercise, self-control, good nutrition, and consistency. If you want influence, you must pay the price of personal growth, leadership development, and service to others. The question is not can you, but will you? Everyone pays, either in the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The smart choice is to pay discipline now because regret costs far more later. The fourth step is action, massive, consistent action. Dreams without action are hallucinations. Jim Rohn insisted that success is not a mystery. It is the natural result of doing the right things repeatedly over time. The small disciplines practiced daily, he said, lead to the big successes over a lifetime. If you want something, begin now, with what you have, where you are. Don't wait for perfect timing. It doesn't exist. Don't wait for the right mood. Moods change. Don't wait for luck. Luck favors the prepared. Begin by taking small steps, and let those steps compound. The habit of daily action builds momentum, and momentum creates breakthroughs. Fifth, you must learn constantly. To get whatever you want, you must become more than you are today. Jim Rohn loved to say, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." If you want bigger things, you must become bigger inside. Read books, attend seminars, seek mentors, ask questions, observe, reflect, and keep improving. Every new skill you gain increases your value. Every new idea you absorb sharpens your thinking. Every lesson learned prepares you for the next level of life. Growth is not optional. It is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. The more you learn, the more you earn. The more you expand, the more you can achieve. Sixth, guard your associations. Who you spend time with shapes what you want, what you believe, and what you do. Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." If you surround yourself with complainers, doubters, and procrastinators, you will absorb their mindset and inherit their results. But if you surround yourself with achievers, dreamers, doers, and leaders, you will rise to their level. Environment matters. To get whatever you want, choose carefully who you allow into your circle. Seek those who challenge you, inspire you, and push you higher. Distance yourself from those who drain your energy and poison your thinking. Seventh, practice patience and persistence. Getting whatever you want does not mean instant gratification. Big dreams take time. Seeds planted today don't bear fruit tomorrow. You cannot go to the gym for 1 week and expect a lifetime of fitness. You cannot start a business today and retire wealthy next month. Patience is the ability to wait with faith, knowing that the seeds you sow will eventually yield a harvest if you keep watering them. Persistence is the discipline to keep going even when results seem slow. Most people quit too soon. They give up right before the breakthrough. Jim Rohn often warned against this. Don't let short-term frustrations rob you of long-term rewards. Stay the course. Keep showing up. Keep working. Keep believing. Eighth, maintain integrity. Getting whatever you want at the cost of honesty, morality, or character is never true success. Success built on deception, manipulation, or shortcuts will crumble. Jim Rohn always emphasized that part of becoming successful is becoming a person of value. A good reputation is worth more than money. Trust, once broken, is hard to repair. If you want lasting success, build it on truth, service, and contribution. When you give more than you take, when you treat people right, when you act with honor, doors open in unexpected ways. Life rewards those who operate by principles. Ninth, balance ambition with gratitude. Ambition drives you forward. Gratitude keeps you grounded. Getting whatever you want is not only about achieving goals, but enjoying the journey. Too many people race towards the finish line and forget to live along the way. Jim Rohn urged people to be ambitious enough to chase big dreams, but grateful enough to savor the small moments. Gratitude multiplies blessings. It keeps you positive, resilient, and joyful even in challenges. The more grateful you are, the more attractive your life becomes. Finally, once you begin to get what you want, share it. The ultimate purpose of success is not selfish accumulation, but contribution. The more you give, the more meaningful your success becomes. Wealth allows you to bless others. Knowledge allows you to mentor others. Influence allows you to lift others. Legacy is built not just on what you achieved for yourself, but on what you helped others achieve. Jim Rohn lived by this principle. He didn't just succeed, he spent his life teaching others how to succeed. True fulfillment comes when you turn around and ask, now that I've gotten what I want, how can I help others get what they want? In summary, the formula for getting whatever you want is simple, though not always easy. Get clear on what you want. Believe it is possible. Accept the price and pay it. Take consistent action. Commit to lifelong learning. Choose the right associations. Be patient and persistent.